Water, it's essential to life. Without it, there would be no life. But while millions of people have access to clean water and sanitation, millions all over the world still do not. More than 780 million people go without safe water every day. That's more than 2.5 times the whole population of the United States. 40% of the world's population do not have access to safe and basic sanitation facilities. A lack of clean water and sanitation leads to ill health and even death. Every 21 seconds, a child dies from a water-related illness because they do not have access to safe water. But access to safe water and sanitation is a human right. A human right is a basic right and freedom that everyone is entitled to, and I mean everyone, everywhere. This means that water and sanitation must be good quality, accessible, available and affordable, and that sanitation must be acceptable. The principles of human rights, including equality, participation, and opposing discrimination, are also applicable to this and all other human rights. But the human right to water and sanitation is not always respected. In Botswana, a group of indigenous Kalahari Bushmen were denied access to their waterhole. A court forced them to leave, and a company started to mine for diamonds. Another court ruled it was unlawful based on the human right to water. In 2014, in Detroit, USA, thousands of people had their water cut off when they couldn't afford to pay their bills. As the United Nations cautioned the USA, part of the human right to water is that it is affordable. Thanks to campaigning, the cut-off has now been postponed. Clearly, governments around the world are still failing to keep their promises and ensure the human right to water and sanitation is realised. We can change this by challenging our governments and demanding that they realise the right to water and sanitation. Here's how to take action. Find out how communities are being denied their rights and what changes they want to see. It's the communities who must lead. Based on this information, we can then gather evidence that challenges the government, either locally or nationally. We present the evidence in the most appropriate way. It could be a public march, a meeting with decision makers, or calling for amendments to legislation and policy. And we can use the media, the judicial system in your country, or other parts of the UN system, such as the UN Special Rapporteur or the Human Rights Council, to raise challenges when you think a right is not being respected, protected, or fulfilled. Any of these steps will help to hold governments to account and ensure that everyone's right to water and sanitation becomes a reality. The time to act is now.